Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on XLk, Apple, and Facebook. So XLk getting a little bit toppy up here, but we do have earnings on Facebook tomorrow and Amazon on Thursday, which are certainly going to have a significant impact on the short-term direction here, as we saw Netflix bullish earnings give another leg to the upside for the bulls. And notable that the Google bearish reaction did not see much downside here. So we're building a base of support at 57.21, 57.23, 25. So holding a low base here 3 of the past 4 days. And resistance is the all-time high at 57.66. So watching very close to see how we react from here to these earnings, because if we do see a break of this low of 57.21, we will likely see a move to the downside, and we'll be looking at some of these gaps. 57.13, another gap down here all the way down at 55.62. So losing exponential support, which hasn't happened yet, would be a red flag as well. So just looking a little bit toppy and just being prepared for potential short-term plays to the downside. And I certainly say short-term because the bulls are in full control overall. We're just looking to consolidate, which we have not done in 3 weeks, really, and looking to form a higher low from there. But again, if you're holding overnight, you're going to be subject to whatever the reaction is on those big individual names and their earnings report. So the bulls are in full control of the weekly as well, trying to see a bullish MACD cross. No sign of anything bearish here. And exponential support's holding. Very tight range so far this week, not much information. Apple on the daily time frame, nice continuation today. Apple played the laggard today, where we saw some of the bigger bulls that have been farther ahead of Apple in terms of gains over the past 3 weeks. They were red, and Apple was pretty significantly green up near the high of the day. We obviously pulled back from the upper Bollinger Band with an upper wick there, but it was notable that it looked to me like money was leaving some of the big names like Facebook, which is preparing for earnings. People were taking profit in Facebook and looked like they were putting money into Apple, which has been a bit of a laggard. So resistance is our new high up here, 153.84. Support, bulls on consolidation have to hold anything above 148.88 to keep the higher low pattern alive, and watching the upper Bollinger Band resistance as it has rejected the price the past 2 days. Weekly time frame, grinding against that middle Bollinger Band, the bulls came out on top, all moving averages as support, and just watching to see if we are able to break resistance 155.98 up near the all-time highs in the mid 155s. We're working our way there, but on the daily time frame, we're also pretty extended to the upside here, although we've consolidated a little bit more and we haven't seen as much bullish action as some of the individual names. If the sector does consolidate, it will be harder for the bulls to go against that consolidation and continue strong. Certainly possible, as we saw today, but not as likely a scenario. Facebook on the daily time frame, you can see the bulls did buy the dip, even though we did see some profit taking earlier today. So we have a couple lows now to be watching, 163.86, 162.81, higher lows on the daily. Exponential support continuing to hold as the bulls continue to close above that level, and earnings are approaching quickly. The risk to reward at this point, because of how significantly we've run the past 3 days, the risk does stand with the bulls. And I would not be surprised to see some profit taking before earnings tomorrow during the regular trading day, as we did see today, just because of the gains we have seen. And a lot of traders, myself included, would lock in those gains rather than subject ourselves to the gamble of whether or not the earnings are going to be responded to bullish. So watching very close to see how the reaction goes, obviously, but tomorrow is a potential day trade to see if we get some profit taking heading into those earnings. So watching very close how the sector responds to both Facebook and Amazon coming up. I appreciate you watching, and we'll check back in tomorrow to see how Facebook goes.